Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Over the last couple of videos, I've been talking about the design process and why that is really important and something to incorporate into your approach. Now, in the last video, I spoke about the design brief and why it's really important to get a solid design brief before you start any design project. Now, once we have a design brief, that can answer a lot of questions, but sometimes there are still questions that need to be answered. Now, a good technique I like to do when I start any design project is to have a kickoff call with the client. So if you're working independently on a project for a client, I really recommend you have a kickoff call before starting the project. Now, some of you may already be having kickoff calls and this is something that you may already be doing, but if you're watching this and you're an aspiring designer and you're just getting started and you're looking for some tips and techniques, my advice to you is once you have a design brief and you've looked through that design brief, get on a kickoff call with a client. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why you should have a kickoff call with a client before starting any project. So the first reason why you should have a kickoff call with a client before starting a project is it's really important to hear about the project from the client themselves. Now, you may already have a design brief which answers a lot of questions, but no one will know more about the company, business, or product from the client themselves. So it's good to just hear about the project from the client themselves. Ask them to talk about their project and just listen. Listen to what they've got to say and you can get a good feel for the project. You can listen to any stories, any back information, learn about what they want to achieve, learn about any goals, ambitions, just learn why they want to get the design in the first place, what their product, company and business is about, and just listen to them talk about it, because then you can get a really good feel and it might be something that was missing from the brief. So yes, you'll have your brief, but also get the client to talk about it because there might be something that was missing in the brief that could lead to a really good idea or spark that you could take further in your design process. So the next reason why you should have a kickoff call is to simply ask questions. Now, you may already have the design brief, but 9 times out of 10, when I get a design brief from a client and I go through it initially, there's always more questions that I have, questions to ask further to get more understanding about the project. In the early stages of your project, you just want to do discovery. You just want to get as much information about the company, business, or product as you can so you can really maximize your understanding. The more you understand a company, business, or product, the better it is you can solve the problem that the brief is asking. The more you know and understand, the better you are equipped to take that into your design process and develop a creative solution that would really be appropriate for the project. So, as I said, 9 times out of 10, I always go through the brief and there's always loads more to ask. So I will take this opportunity to ask questions to the client. And again, this is really good to hear it in the client's own words and just get answers so you can buff up and boost your brief so you can really maximize your understanding in the early stages. So another really important reason why you should have a kickoff call with a client is because it's spontaneous. Like I said before, talking to the client, asking them questions and getting the client to explain their company, business and product in their own words, anything can happen. And it's very often that just by having a conversation, a casual conversation, they may say something. They may bring something up that could really spark something. I'm always taking notes when I'm on a kickoff call, and it's often that something really interesting will come out of a kickoff call, like a spark. Sparks will fly. Really interesting ideas can come out of a kickoff call because it's spontaneous. So I'll make sure to write these down and I'll incorporate them into my discovery phase. As I roll out my discovery phase after the kickoff call, I'll include anything that happens in the call. So yes, it can be really spontaneous, loads of things can happen, loads of things can be said, and sometimes sparks can fly and some really interesting ideas can come of it. So another good reason to have a kickoff call, it's a really good opportunity to just get a feel for the project. So, when we're alone, reading through the brief and reading all the information, we are seeing it from our point of view. Now, it's good to just talk to the client and just get a feel of the project from their side. So it's a good opportunity to really just see how you feel about the project and see if it syncs up with the client and see if you're on the right track. having a conversation, you can use your gut, you can use your instinct, and you can get a good feel of the project, which can help guide you and can help inform you, so you can use your gut in, your instinct, your creative instinct later on in the project to know that you are creating an appropriate creative solution for your project. So the last reason why I would advise you to have a kickoff call is that it's just really good to build a relationship with your client. Now, the better relationship you can build with your client, the more smoothly your project will go. If you have a good working relationship with your client, then later on down the line when you come to presenting, you're going to feel far more comfortable. One of the things that a lot of new and inexperienced designers can feel is a bit panicky, a bit anxious about presenting. Not everyone is confident talking to people and presenting to people, but it can be far easier presenting to people who we know, presenting to people we are familiar with, people who know us. So if on the kickoff call you take this opportunity to just have a little conversation with the client, get to know them. It doesn't all have to be about work. You can try and be a bit friendly and ask personal questions, really get to know them and build up a rapport with the client, because you don't know how long you're going to work with the client, and also you don't know who else is going to be asking that client who did the work that you're about to do. So if you build up a really good rapport with the client, you're going to get a good testimonial out of it, and they're going to recommend you to other people for future work. So it's always a plus, it's always a bonus to just have a good, healthy relationship with your clients. I always like to build a relationship with my clients. I like to talk to them on a personal level. I like everyone involved to just enjoy the process. It makes it easier. And again, it's good to be forthcoming and really engage with the client, because, if they have any ideas or if they have anything to add, they feel comfortable to talk to you and things like that. So building a relationship with the client is really important. So those are just a few really important reasons why I recommend you have a kickoff call. Now, as I was saying earlier on, not everyone is confident talking to people. It's a skill, but I would encourage you to just try your best to, talk to the client as much as you can and try and build a relationship, because it really does help with your process. The more you can be a people person, it's really going to help you in your career. I was never confident when I was younger, and I really struggled when presenting, and I really struggled when, being the leader, being put on the spot. It's not one of my skills, but I've really pushed myself over the years to do that. I mean, here I am talking to you in front of a camera. I never thought I'd be doing this, but here I am. And over the years, I've really pushed myself, and it has really helped me. So if you're feeling a little bit shy or you're feeling a little bit lacking, then I would say just work on it, guys, because it really does help you. So guys, what are your thoughts? Do you have kickoff calls? Are you the type of designer that likes kickoff calls, or do you rather just stick with design briefs? Tell me your thoughts. What do you think about the points that I've raised in this video? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to have a conversation with you, because I think this is a really important thing to do right at the start of a project. So that's it, guys. That's it for this video. More design process videos coming like this in future. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, hit the like, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in future. So guys, I'll see you in the next video.